The UK theme park industry has been pretty focused on Sick, the new Intamin 10 inversion coaster that opened recently at Flamingo Land. However, around the same time, a brand new theme park opened in London. Well, I say theme park, more of an attraction. Well, I say attraction, no one's going. Babylon Park opened in Camden in June 2022 to about as much fanfare as your dad going out to get the paper. Genuinely, I've tried searching their socials to find an opening date and they just never posted it. They never posted like a grand opening or anything like that. They said that they'd be open a week later in early June, and then the next tweet like it was in July. When did it open? Anyway, I'm not actually too sure what's there, so why don't we have a look? Hey, so apparently Babylon Park in Camden's now open, so you know, let's see what they have. Oh, okay. This isn't done yet, but oh, there's no back button either. Okay, I guess I'll just like go back on here. All right, let's see what's on. Maybe let's see. Oh, okay. So you can't really see what's there, but apparently you can buy tokens to go in, up to £250 worth of tokens. So there's that. Okay. How do I go? Okay, I actually filmed that a couple weeks ago when I first found out about the website, but I mean, surely it's updated since now, and it has. It's gotten worse. Instead of actually fixing sections of it, they've just gotten rid of those sections, but then there's still like the what's on page that's still not complete, and the like explore bit is just saying how to get there, nothing about what's actually there. So, pause, hang on. Explore out parks? What are out parks? I don't know anymore. Anyway, after slating it this much in this video so far and online, it would be stupid of me to spend my time and money going to this place, right? Right? So I went, and quickly realised the problem. The directions weren't right. I eventually arrived. There's no sign. It's an arcade with a roller coaster in it, and that's pretty much it. So already I have some explaining to do. So this is in Hawley Wharf, a section of Camden just off of Camden High Street, which is one of the busiest shopping areas in the entire country. So a lot of people with a lot of disposable income to spend on a theme park, right? Well, not really. Camden is a very youthful area, and Babylon Park's target market is too youthful. There's a big green alien that walks around. There's just random like columns, like entrance ways through the park that don't do anything. This guy, where's he gone? He's gone now, but the alien person is called Little Green, and he just does like announcements through the park every like. He's also fucking massive. Yeah, he's huge. He does that like every 15 minutes. Not really saying anything, just kind of telling you to have a good time. I feel like I'm in a dream. Oh, and by the way, in the lore, there are apparently multiple aliens, none of which are called Little Green. Bovo and Netta, Lennox, Iggy, yeah, you know, all alien names. Oh. So, what does this place actually do right? Well, if it's your thing, there's some very good dancing and rhythm games there, including a pump it up machine, which I've heard are quite hard to find. There's some really weird rides, like a tiny Togoda that really gets going. Look at it go, Jesus Christ! And a small restaurant for kids' parties upstairs that does pizza and nachos and some other party food like that. As of right now, that's where the praise ends for me. Let's talk about the coaster. So it's an SBF family coaster, which already spells trouble. The coaster has a single helix and then a little hill and then a turn into the brakes, so pretty good for a family coaster, right? So I tried it out. I'm on the ride. I'm like actually on the roller coaster. I don't know how much I've paid for this, so. Back road POV, never before seen. There are literally 2 other people on this ride with me, so enjoy. Right. It should not be this bumpy, it's like 2 weeks old. So it's gone for a 3rd lap. You can tell I'm happy about this. trying to get off. It's gone again! And one dance is playing, but it's gone again. When will they let me off this ride? It was like taking a nap on cobblestones. It was jerkier than Brixton chicken. The ride was uncomfortable and unfun and had a jerk on the helix, the hill, and the turn into the stations. So, you know, the three elements on the ride. Now, I have a body shape that can best be described as Julia Donaldson's The Stick Man, and I blow away in the lightest of winds. However, I feel like seats and restraints are a really important talking point in this ride, so it's something that I will cover. The restraints are bulky, but have multiple click points that start quite high. It really does depend on what the operator's been told, whether they've been told to push to a certain point, or just as long as it's clicked, that's all good. Every park, every ride has different restrictions on that, so that's not really something that I can guarantee for anyone. The seats themselves are quite narrow and plastic, so that might be uncomfortable. I have absolutely no idea what happens if you do get rejected from this ride, because you pay before you sit down. So if you sit down and the ride operator says that you can't ride, I don't know if there's a refund system or if it's just go to this ride, or I don't really know. Oh, also, you can't actually see how much the ride costs until you're on the platform. Every other ride has a little paying station that you can see from outside of the ride, except for this roller coaster, which has it on the platform behind the operator. So you'd need to queue up and get to the platform in order to see how much you're paying for it. And I say this experience because I genuinely don't really know what the ride is called. On all of the direction signs and markings, it just says The Big Ride, but on the station and on RCDB, it says ERS, which stands for Energy Recovery System, which is a waste energy conversion system in Formula 1 cars, taking thermal and kinetic energy from the turbocharger and the brakes respectively, and turn it into electrical energy to give drivers a boost at their own disposal. I have no idea why this ride is called Energy Recovery System, but it is. Anyway, yeah, price. So ERS costs £6.50 to go on once. That is more than Winter Wonderland rides are. But in order to ride it, you'll need a Babylon Park token card. You can purchase these from any of the machines, but they do also cost £1 to get, and then you have to top up with tokens. And the minimum spend for tokens is £10. And that doesn't even get you like an even number of tokens. That gets you 96 tokens. And know that £1 that you spent on the card does not go onto your ride credit. So already you're down £11 trying to do this, and ERS is 64 credits, which equates to about £1.50, as I said before, leaving you with 32 credits left, which is one more ride. I think some of the like claw machines and the smaller experiences and stuff like that are about 8 credits. And then it goes up in multiples of 8. So bear in mind, these are the reduced prices. Like, this is after all of the complaints already came in about the prices when it opened. When the park opened, ERS was £8. It was the equivalent of £8 to ride. Bear in mind that at Winter Wonderland, Olympia Looping is £9 to ride. But the most egregious and distasteful thing about the pricing of this park is the toilets. So when this park opened, the toilets cost game credits on top of you having to buy the card. So the toilets were not free. The toilets now say that you need 0 credits to go in, but you still need the card. So you have to pay £1 for the card in order to unlock the door to go in. So that although the toilets are technically free, they're still paid. Yes, this includes disabled access toilets and baby changing. So this really is something that does need addressing and does need changing. Unrelated, but there was a hammer game which told me to win a prize for the little lady, which I didn't think was a nice way to talk about Tom, but there are a few other arcade games as well. There's a Willy Wonka machine. There's a football machine where you can win a modified fidget spinner. So this zombie snatcher thing, that is £1. Yes, it does. That's not English. If you have epilepsy, I'm sorry, but this exists. It's 32 tokens. Yeah. Well, we know what we're doing.
With a word printout entrance sign.
There's claw machines here where you can win a single shoe for 64 credits a go, which, how much is that?
£6.
About £6 a go for a
play
shoe.
a minimum of twice for the pair, and let's be honest, you're gonna f it up.
Enjoy your shoes. So I threw one of these as a joke because it's on and we haven't paid.
I didn't know they'd seen it before, but fair enough.
Anyway, I'm at a festival now. What? That festival was quite good, by the way. Go see Two Door Cinema Club live if you haven't seen them before. Anyway, what do I actually think of Babylon Park? I think that Babylon Park has the potential to be a good place for families to go and spend an hour or two while they go around Camden. Right now, it is not that. The music is too loud, the lights are too obnoxious, and the pricing is still ridiculous. The pricing system is also made against the guest, so £10 in actual money is 96 credits in Babylon Park virtual tokens. This purposefully kind of misleads the guest because it makes rides hard to calculate. So when you're actually paying for stuff, you don't really realize how much you're actually paying. But on a day where Camden High Street and Camden Market were so packed that you could barely walk, Babylon Park was dead. There were no queues, there were no people sitting at the restaurant, there weren't even ride operators for some rides. There's a lot of work to be done, and still plenty of time to do it. It's a new park, but from an operator with plenty of experience. This isn't some brand new startup. There's plenty of Babylon Parks across the world, in Camden now, Belgrade in Serbia, and there's a few of them in Israel as well. But clearly the one in Camden is a place that listens to feedback and criticism, as shown by the change in the pricing structure as recently as 2 weeks ago. So if there is anyone watching from Babylon Park in this video, well, first of all, sorry, I've been quite mean. But if you want my opinion, round up the credit numbers so that it's easy to tell what you're paying, improve your advertising because the signs just aren't clear, and please, please, please improve accessibility. I'm not sure there's even a lift to get down. I didn't check for it when I was there, but in order to get down, it's all escalators and plenty of floors. If there is a lift to get down, great. Now welcome the accessibility of the toilets. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and if you did find it entertaining or helpful or anything like that, sharing it with your friends and also subscribing would be the best way to help me. You can also share it on Twitter, tag me if you do, my @ is @CarlVickers33. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon.